Hello, hello, friends. Welcome to Try It With Me Tuesday, a brand new little series. This is episode 2, uno, dos, two, where I try out different tips, tricks, techniques, hacks that you see all over Facebook, all over Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and we see if an average everyday person can do them. Or do you have to be a nail tech or have a science degree or something in order to do these techniques? So today's I'm going to try what I'm calling dry marbling. In a future one, we will try water marbling, but for today's, we're going to try dry marbling. So what I have here is I have a dotting tool. And I just picked this up off of Amazon for pretty inexpensive. I want to say it was like $10 or something like that for the whole kit, and it came with the dotting tools and it came with a bunch of brushes and stuff. It might have been like $13 for the kit, but I just got it off of Amazon. And then I have here China Glaze. This is China Glaze Mustard the Courage. I'm going for a fall look here, can you tell? I have OPI Got the Blues for Red. I have China Glaze Central Parka and OPI You Don't Know Jacques. So I have these 4 that I'm going to try this with. I've seen this done with 3. I haven't seen it done with 4, but we're going to try it with the 3 because I do want that fall look. My current fall manicure has been great. I have loved it. I'm actually a little bit sad to change it up, but it is starting to chip a little bit and it's ready to remove it. So I will be removing that in a little bit later on in the video, but for now we're just going to try the dry marbling. So what you need is you need a Ziploc bag. What I'm finding works best is actually the freezer bags, because the freezer bags are a little bit thicker, so it's easier to get your piece off afterwards when it's a little bit thicker. So I have a gallon-sized freezer bag here so that I have plenty of space to try what I need. What you do though is you take, and I am going to just get this mixed up. What I'm doing is I'm rolling this in my hands rather than shaking it, because I heard if you shake it, the likelihood of getting air bubbles is a little bit higher, whereas if you just roll it in your hands, it mixes nicely. So I just rolled that in my hands. But we're going to take a strip of the OPI You Don't Know Jacques, and I'm going to just paint that on the Ziploc bag here. There we go. And then we're going to do the Central Parka next, the China Glaze. Paint that right next to it. There we go. And then we have the Got the Blues for Red OPI. And we'll paint that right next to that one. Look at those beautiful fall colors. Love it. I think my strip of the You Don't Know Jacques is a little wide. A little bit wider than I would like it, but that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is, usually on the tutorials that I saw with this, you would take and drip white, and I'm not dripping white. I'm going to drip the Mustard the Courage instead of dripping white. But we're just going to drip a few drops of that. There we go. And then you just take your dotting tool and we're going to swirl it. Kind of make it a little marbly looking. Look at that. Okay, and then what you do is you leave this to dry. I'm going to go ahead and do another strip as well. Leave them to dry. You want to leave them to dry either for several hours or overnight. It's actually 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to leave it to dry until tonight when I do my nails. And then I will peel it off at that point. So I'll come back then. Like I said, I'm going to do another strip. And that way I have more to do. Basically what I'm going to do is 2 accent nails per hand. And then we'll go from there. So I'll be back. Hello friends. So it's about 10:15 at night. So it's been about 7 hours of these drying. I've actually gone ahead and applied a couple to this hand, to my right hand. As you can see, there's some cleanup work that needs to be done. What I went ahead and did was I applied the Mani mask to my left hand in hopes that that would kind of help with the cleanup work. I did go ahead and paint all of my nails with the Central Parka color from China Glaze. I think it's just a beautiful fall color. But okay, so we have these dried, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this one right here because I think out of all of them, that one is my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And what you do is you just take and peel it up with a pair of tweezers. Just remove it from the bag. And there we go. We have it. It's nice and dry on one side. It definitely has a little bit of pliability on this side so that you can still move it around and work with it. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to use this for the first time and see how this works. This is Maniology's Sticky Base Coat. So I'm going to go ahead and use this and see if this works. What you want to do with this is go ahead and apply this to your nail and then let it dry for a little while to get tacky. So we'll go ahead and do that and apply it while I am cutting out the strips that I'm going to be using. So we'll see how the sticky base coat works. I've never used that. I got it and haven't used it. Okay, so here's the one that I'm going to use. And what I'm going to do here, it's sticking to my base coat. Here we go. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cutting that in half here. So I can use half for one finger and half for another finger. I'm hoping that the Mani mask is going to help cut down on the cleanup, because the cleanup for these, I mean, as you can see, I still have a lot of cleanup work to do. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So it's still tacky. I think it's kind of perfect, but what we're going to do is go ahead and just apply this to the base coat. And there we go. And then I'm going to take, usually you would use like a cuticle pusher, but I'm not sure where mine is right now. So I'm going to take my dotting tool and use that to kind of separate along the cuticle line at the nails there. Kind of separate between the cuticle and the nail. You can see it's starting to work its way in there. There we go. I think this would work better if I had a cuticle pusher. But that's what you do, is you just take this and use it right along the cuticle line to separate the polish so that you can easily remove, or a little more easily remove, the unused portion. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this. It's kind of hard to see through my camera. I was able to get the one side, but not the other side. So I'm going to keep working at this side here. Yeah, I think it would definitely be easier if I could find my cuticle pusher rather than trying to use the round ball of this, but it's starting to come. So you can see it's starting to split there. And I'm definitely glad that I used the Mani mask, because this is coming off a lot cleaner than my right hand where I didn't use the Mani mask. So I would definitely suggest, if you're going to try this, and that's why we call Try It With Me Tuesdays, if you're going to try this, make sure they're using some type of a cuticle protector, whether it's the Mani mask or whether it's, because I'm allergic to latex, so I use the Mani mask, or whether it's liquid latex or something along those lines. It definitely makes cleanup a ton easier. And then what I'm going to do here is just use my thumbnail to separate right there at the nail line. Let's go ahead and pull that off. And with the Mani mask, that's coming off beautifully. So again, make sure that you're using cuticle protector. Look at that though. I think that's just beautiful. Obviously, I still have a little bit of cleanup to do. Work on that a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and apply this one. It's still nice and tacky because we used the sticky base coat. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this one, and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. All right, friends, so here is the finished look. I am actually kind of in love with this. I think it turned out really fun. I like how it has more of the mustard and brown, and then a little hint of the red, along with the olive here that it pulls in. But I'm kind of loving it, actually. It gives that nice fall look without being like in your face fall. But anyhow, so what I actually ended up doing was because I couldn't find my cuticle pusher, as you could see when I did my middle finger, what I ended up doing was just using the edge of my tweezers here and using that to kind of cut along, and it actually worked out great. There was very minimal cleanup using the Mani mask, so I would say when you try this, definitely use a cuticle protector because it makes the cleanup so much easier. I don't know why I didn't use it with this hand, quite honestly, so I'm actually going to redo this hand, but I really am liking this. I think it's quite a fun little look. I could see it with maybe some pinks and purples and maybe some butterflies on some of the other nails, but really pretty. I think it's fun. So let me know if you try this, what your results are. Tag me if you would like to. On Instagram, my handle is JandisCrown. I'll go ahead and link that in the comments. But I really do like this. So join me next week when I try something else. If there's something that you would like me to try, definitely let me know. But I think this goes to prove that the average person can definitely do a dry marbling. So there you go. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time.